The Prince of Wales will head to Rwanda later this month to represent the Queen at this year's meeting of the Commonwealth leaders. It comes as reports surface Prince Charles privately criticised the UK's government's plan to send refugees to Rwanda, labelling the move appalling.
For some time, Prince Charles has stepped in for the Queen. And in 10 days, he'll deputise in Rwanda, representing her as head of the Commonwealth. It could be awkward. The Times newspaper reports he made private, yet highly critical comments about the UK's Rwandan asylum policy, describing it appalling, that he was disappointed and unimpressed with the government's plan.
We're looking forward to welcoming all the leaders and all the delegates.
A spokesperson for the Rwandan government wouldn't be drawn on the comments.
I think people need to give this partnership a chance. It's very well thought out. It's going to be well resourced. We're determined to make this work. We have the experience. We're building the capacity to do this properly. So everyone just needs to give this a chance to work.
It's not the first time the Prince has spoken out, even admitting it himself.
Some people have accused you of meddling.
Really? You don't say. But I always wonder what meddling is. I mean, I always thought it was motivating, but I've always been intrigued if it's meddling to worry about the inner cities as I did 40 years ago and what was happening or not happening there, the conditions in which people were living. If that's meddling, I'm very proud of it.
He's forcefully fought for environmental issues and famously lobbied Tony Blair's government. His letters monikered the Black Spider memos. But as future monarch, does it matter?
Not at all. This is a storm in a teacup. The Prince of Wales is perfectly entitled to speak to ministers and others on a private and discreet basis, and they're under an obligation not to repeat his comments in public. Anyone who does so is doing a disservice to the monarchy.
But some say he's overstepped this time.
Prince has a very difficult job because the job is not defined. And he has been in that role now, the heir, for a very long time. But it is dismaying to see that he may be verging into territory which he has hitherto been understood to wish to keep out of.
Clarence House insists the Prince remains politically neutral. But these comments, although private, don't seem impartial. And the fact they've been made public will be embarrassing, especially coming so close to a royal visit, the first ever to Rwanda. And so close, too, to the first migrants being flown to the country. Campaigners will appeal the judgment on Monday. The coincidence of the Commonwealth trip means scrutiny was expected, but perhaps not on this scale. Laura Bundock, Sky News.